taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Island, nigga, damn.
Yo, what's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for this evening, Pat Scorpion, New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do is Shutterworth the guy, aka the GOAT artist, aka LB Lauderdale Bulls. Yeah, I mean, ringgangradio.com in the building, world still a op, let's go.
Yes, sir. Ring gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good, y'all? This your boy King P, Bodega Boxer in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go.
Hey, so man, who's banned from the bodega, man?
Actually, no, I wasn't gonna ban anybody, but now I just realized I had a person today try to slander the good name of De La Soul. So they get kicked out. I don't care. There will be no De La Soul slander around me. So
that's acceptable. I'll allow it.
The audacity. Who the fuck would, like, what did De La Soul do wrong? Like,
nah, because like, you know, rest in peace, Trugoy, but he died, and
yeah,
some dude was just like sniffing his nose like up, like, oh, who cares? De La Soul's overrated anyway. They didn't make good music. They just made horrible, silly music that backpackers like. And I'm just like, you know what? You got to get out of here. Yeah, you got to get.
But they actually got legit classics.
Yes.
Yeah, like, actual classics. Yeah. So yeah, you have to, we need
to probably do a top 50 Billboard group, son. Like, not fuck a Billboard, but a top 50 group, like, because I feel like there's a lot of groups that just get underrated, and if you got niggas saying De La Soul overrated, then like, wow.
He's like, you know, if why do I need to listen to De La Soul? Our Tribe Called Quest does their music better than them, and I'm just like, bruh, like you're doing too much right now.
What?
Like, no, I guess he didn't like individuality or whatever the fuck, nigga. It's
yeah, because as a group, De La Soul is like, individually, De La Soul is better than like Tribe Called Quest is really just fifing some beats, nigga. Like,
I'm not gonna disrespect Q-Tip, but I like.
I'm saying, but Q-Tip wasn't the strongest fucking. Yeah, like, he was cool, but I mean, I can't, like, nah, man. De La Soul, all them niggas just spitting.
Exactly. So yeah, nah, you got to get up out of here. You can't come to the bodega.
Yeah.
Go get your salami sandwiches elsewhere.
And if you want fucking salami, like, you just don't even waste bodega time for. Who the fuck wants a salami? Like, you're not even getting pastrami on it. No, nothing else. Just like, nah, nigga. If you eating salami by itself, you get the fuck out the bodega. That's like eating bologna by itself. Like, who fucking even still eats bologna? Like,
you'd be surprised. There are people that love them some bologna.
Nigga, I fuck bologna sandwich, nigga. Ice craft cheese.
Yeah, I haven't had bologna in so many years. Like, turkey.
Dude, I've had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich more recently than a bologna sandwich, and I'm talking about 2009 type of recent.
Damn.
Oh no, same here. Like, I don't think I've had bologna since sometime in the 90s. Like,
yeah, like, fuck eat bologna. Like,
you know, honestly, the reason why I don't eat bologna is because I substituted with salami, so I eat salami instead of bologna. Not salami by itself, but.
Oh, okay. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I could get that. Like, because usually you put salami, pastrami, some other shit on there. But
yeah, salami.
Yeah,
you don't need all that shit if you got bologna, nigga, because all that shit is in there.
Just bologna by itself. Like, hey, Alfredo, we need 3 pounds of bologna cut. Like, no.
No, my bologna has a first name, nigga. That shit still applies even today, man. Yo, there's other shit in that shit, nigga.
This motherfucker bringing back old school commercials. Oh, this gonna be a good one. This gonna be so. Hold on, we introduced Rome last. Oh, so my bad. I'm sorry. Let's go. My bad.
And last but certainly not least, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what's good? You already know who the fuck it is. Rome Top 5 in the building. Chicago's own, nigga. We here. Nigga, Ring Gang taking over to all y'all bitch ass niggas. What's good?
Yes, sir. You know, Rome Top 5,
You baloney eating motherfuckers.
aka Chicago win because he leaves these niggas in the breeze, you dig? But yeah, first of all, I'm just seeing the comments right now. I see Miss 702. She was commenting even before we started. CPT. I mean, nah, square. There was some stuff we had to, take care of in the background. We had to talk about some shit before we started. So that's what it is. And in Conscious Pilot, he should be here, but he's doing something else. But Baloney is trash, and yes, it is. And so is Henny God. Salute. Henny God. Obviously, you have the link, so anytime you actually do want to jump in, you can. It's in, it's in your IG inbox. So, you good for that.
And just to let you know, I am here for the Bologna slander. So,
oh shit! That's almost as bad as I think it was with Living Color, and I think it was with Wanda, and she was like, the fucking Wanda. It's like, I got on some new lingerie. I'm like, what the fuck? Lingerie, nigga.
Oh shit, yo, you niggas is fools, yo. But yeah, no. But today, though, obviously we're us outside of talking about baloney and shit, nigga. Like, we're on our hip hop wave as we are, and this time it's for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? So,
ladies night.
No, I mean, LB. Would you briefly tell us like how we came up with this particular topic for tonight?
Oh yeah, certainly, sir. So yeah, we've been kind of pushing this one back for a while. We wanted to give a tribute and do a episode about like women in hip hop, and I felt like because no one else is doing it and shit. Like we spoke on women rappers before. We had shout outs to In Silence who's been on here with us. R.I.P. Gangsta Boo. So we've had discussions about women rap. But we never just said, fuck it, let's just drop some albums and compare them like we do the dudes. And first of all, I know women gonna be able to, why y'all got ladies out there? Why y'all got compared to two ladies? Look, chill with that shit. We do that to niggas too. So if you're a first time person listening, like, we do this. It's not like, because whenever you compare two women rappers, people always be on some, why you just can't celebrate them both?
Why you gotta pit women against each
Yeah,
other?
niggas is comparing niggas based on the statistics. You compare fighters based on how they fight and what they doing. You feel me? How they moving. If they boxing in the same class, nigga, let them spar. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly. And that's all we doing. So I was like, you know what? We need 2 rap albums that were dope. Iconic, they just mean a lot to the industry, and I felt like we needed something that just gets a little overlooked. I felt like Foxy Brown first album was dope. Doesn't get talked about much now, but it was dope. Mm-hmm. And I'm a Foxy Brown fan, so of course that's one album. And I was like, okay, who to match it up with? First I was thinking like maybe Rhapsody, and I was like, maybe not enough people know her. And I was like, who? Then I was thinking like maybe Gangsta Boo. Then I was thinking Mia X, and then I was like, you know what? Then I was like Eve. I was like, Eve album was actually low key fire back in the day,
right?
But it's like niggas don't even niggas don't even put respect on Eve name because who she married. Now it's like Eve never had a rap career, and I just kind of feel like we kind of regardless how you feel about that, like Eve had her moment, and I think it's just dope to just celebrate them. And there's 2 different rappers, 2 different eras, but we just put them together like fuck it, like we do that all the time. So we doing it for the ladies.
They overlapped each other, so I'm not gonna say it's 2 different eras because they did overlap each other.
They did.
I don't know if they I mean, like what Foxy Il Nana came out in like what 97?
No, 96. It came out like
96.
Yeah, it came out in the GOAT era.
It came out like 2000?
99. The first album came out in 99. Yeah. So she dropped.
Yeah, that's almost 2 different eras, nigga.
I mean,
but Foxy was dropping music at that time, so.
I mean, let's put it this way: like the eras. I mean, you can tell the eras basically of the producers that they use. Like You know,
yeah, exactly. Like, there's
Yeah,
definitely
so-
a fucking different era.
That's,
Like,
the first thing I thought when I'm like playing back the Foxy album, and we'll get into it, is this is very 1996. Like everything about this album is 96. Like 96 to the core.
Yes, nigga.
yeah, like Eve album feel like it could have came out 10 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know what's funny too, because you mentioned this thing about Eve, because I mentioned before, like, you know, Eve, you know, obviously Eve's personal life kind of turned me off. I was like, damn, man, she used to be a pit bull in the skirt, and now she's, you know, I'm not gonna go into Eve's because the comments, you know, that I said are not very nice, you know, so I don't want to repeat them on air, but it was just like, god damn, like, you know, she used to be, I mean, it's one of those things like life is not imitating art, and it's just I kind of forgot about it until one day when I was re-listening to that shit. I was listening to Eve's first album, and I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, like, and I bought the shit. I actually have the CD, so I went into my actual shit to actually listen to it, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute, this was actually really, really, really good. And I was telling this nigga LB afterwards, after I listened to this shit, I was like, yo, this shit was really underrated at this time. And the fucking thing is like it. I mean, it went 2 times platinum, but you're right, no one talks about that shit, like, at all. Like Foxy shit gets mentioned every now and then, but Eve's album does not get mentioned at all. Like, none of them do.
You know, it had bangers. It was like one of those albums where, like I know sometimes we hate listening to a checklist album, but sometimes those checklists could make a dope album. Like, depends on, like you could tell Eve was in her Jadakiss bag as far as, like, all right, let's try to please everybody, but somehow she pulled it off better than Jadakiss does when he does her solo albums.
Yo, facts, my nigga, facts. And I'm just reading.
Like,
let me just read some of
no, keep going, my bad.
Yeah, no, I'm just seeing if any God knows. But why not Foxy Lil Kim? Because of the beef, or is that too low scale? Yeah, because let's put it this way. Basically, you know, they were both marketed as, you know, sex kitten type of rappers, you know, that could rap hard like niggas, you know. So it was kind of like, but then their production was too very similar. And then there was
too easy anyway. Like,
yeah, because we always, I don't want to give niggas the easy layups. Like,
right.
Little Kim and Foxy always been tied to each other, and I'm a Little Kim fan. Niggas knew I was arguing for Little Kim last week with the top 50. She's still top 50. Fuck y'all niggas. But it's just, that's an easy layup. They always kind of going back and forth. So I felt like Eve was just it's a different look. Like Lil Kim, she'll get her, you know, because we'll do more women albums in the future, but and Lil Kim will probably get her shine as well. But Lil Kim has always gotten her flowers, nigga. So
yeah,
I don't think Foxy and Eve have really gotten their flowers like that. And when niggas handle Foxy flowers, it'd be like, oh, but Lil Kim too, like.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's it. But shout out to the comments. Shout out to my nigga Henny Guy Slick. Salute Conscious Pilot, just sleeping ass. Salute Miss 702. And salute whoever else coming this motherfucker. The pre-salute Android, Joshua O, everyone else. Chris Brand, all you other motherfuckers that's gonna show love and pop up. It's all good, man. Appreciate it.
Word. Absolutely. So yeah. So which album should we go into first?
Shit. Yeah, this is a good one.
Let's do Foxy first.
Foxy, because it's older, 96.
I came out first. Do a chronological order.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like, I mean, obviously, you know, the first time I heard Foxy was, of course, on the "I Shot You" remix. You know, I think that was her actual official debut before she
had a whole story behind it, and it snuck into the studio, laid her verse, all that shit.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and she arguably had probably the second best verse on that whole shit.
Yeah, but I'm not repeating that shit though.
Yeah, we're not repeating that shit.
Like that's one of those songs, like one of those like verses where it's like the shit is hard, but you're not gonna like rap it back when you playing it, because I'm not rapping bitches grab your tetas, like. Yeah.
There's something. I mean, that shit was hard. I was like, oh damn, like.
But see, Foxy Brown's voice is what makes her verses doper too, though.
Yeah, because she has a smoky voice. Like that's the best way I want to put it.
It's meant for rapping.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is, like, I guess maybe because this is me being the local New York guy. Like, if you're she's from Brooklyn and she's Trinidadian. If you run into enough like Caribbeans here in New York, a lot of them like sound like Foxy a bit. Like they have that, like she's got that Caribbean New York, like that New York Caribbean voice. It was like it's perfect for rap.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you're absolutely right. I was like, damn, like she out here, like it's like it wasn't even a drop off, like with Fat Joe and Prodigy and Keith Murray on there. Oh, of course, it's like damn, like she really held it out with some heavyweights on there. It's like
damn, and none of them niggas top 50 except for L.
Except for LL. No,
that's crazy.
I think Prodigy was on there. I think.
No, Prodigy wasn't on there actually.
Prodigy wasn't on that top 50.
I argued for him being on there.
Oh damn, that's fucking.
Dude, remember we missed so many dude. Remember we went off air and we was like, even when I talked to my sister, we was like, damn, they didn't have Juvenile, Project Pack. Like there was a whole Twister, Mystical. There was a group of niggas that they just left out. Young Jeezy. Like yeah, it was horrible. Like yeah.
So. But but then after that, it was just like, oh damn, like that album was gonna be coming soon. So it's just like, oh shit, this is gonna be it. So basically, she signs to Def Jam or Violator, and then to get Trackmasters, and this is what I mentioned before about Error. Like Trackmasters in the mid to late 90s, like you know their sound, like very sample heavy. Like in smoothed out sample heavy beats,
but they didn't make it cheesy like how Puffy and them niggas is doing.
No, Trackmasters would actually freak the damn sample at least.
Like it was a different vibe. Like
yeah, whereas Puffy would just straight up just jack a sub part of the song and then loop it or add something to it, and that was just it was lazy. Either him or his hitman, and then if I think yeah. So obviously with this, I think this album dropped in like late '96. 96 was one of the GOAT years of hip hop. To me, it's the GOAT year actually. So
yeah, because see, Foxy Brown, like everything was leading up for her album to be dope. Like her release, like she was on a bunch of records. Ain't no
yeah, exactly.
And Touch Me, Tease Me with Case and Mary J. Blige, classic.
And that's what's not controversial. This album had more attention than fucking Reasonable Doubt back in '96.
Yeah, but no one goes back and says, "Oh, a classic." No, but you fuck niggas do that with Reasonable Doubt.
Nigga,
it's just a really good album.
It was a slow burner.
Yeah.
Nah, it's hard to be a slow burner when other shit is out there better. Like.
Yeah, and see that's the gift and curse of Reasonable Doubt, because in '96 when that shit dropped, there was so much fire dropping in that year. That shit didn't sell either. So it's like it was
really hidden. I mean, it took time for people to be like, "Yo, you all seen what Jay-Z had dropped?"
To be fair though, I will say we only do that for Reasonable Doubt. We never do that for Illmatic, because Illmatic did not sell in '94, and I'm sure there were other albums that were getting more burned than Illmatic in '94, but we really.
Yeah, what were they?
What'd you say?
What were they?
Ready to Die.
Yeah, that's an established classic though. What else?
Doggy Style.
Who?
Doggy Style dropped the year before that.
That was a year before.
No, but it dropped in late '93, so it's almost like it, but it got played all of '94.
Dude, do you first of all, young nigga, do you know how big Doggy Style was?
Yes.
Like you're comparing that to Illmatic was a dope album, but it's like it was known as a dope album back then. Like Reasonable Doubt was just a dope album that there was so much way more shit. 94 had maybe bigger music hits, like by one or two people, but not like how 96 was just flooded where everyone was dropping quality. Like you can't Illmatic only has a couple classics to compare to. Reasonable Doubt has a whole year worth of great albums to compare to. I don't know. It's like night and day, nigga. Like
Illmatic pretty much changed how New York niggas like that, and Black Moon changed how New York rappers were rapping.
Fuck, I was listening to Black Moon earlier today, nigga. That's crazy.
Yeah.
but yeah, you can't. Nah, you can't. Dude, it's like Illmatic, it was written. Those shits came out and it was dope at the time. Really dope. Fire. Like there was a whole campaign for Reasonable Doubt, nigga. Like the fuck out of here. Like Foxy album was talked about more than Reasonable Doubt. Easily. And she had the Jay-Z song on there.
Yeah. Easily.
Like, nigga, like, well, what Jazzo say? Ain't nobody but me produce your first record, nigga. Like, come on, like, you had to have Biggie, Luke, Jazzo in your video, Foxy, like, come on, man.
Yeah. You know, it was a special time though. It was 96 was a special time, and this one was just like it dropped in the fall, and I'm just like, and I think the first single off there was "Get Me Home." Now, of course, you know, "Get Me Home" is a classic.
With Blackstreet, like, come on, man.
Yeah, Trackmaster.
Everybody loved that song.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I still remember like the high school parties, like nigga, like that was like that was a bump and grinds type of song, nigga. That was the song that made the teachers go, okay, you gotta separate y'all. You get a little bit too fucking close, you know. But yeah,
but we just want to get that ill nana, man.
Well, here's how I know, like, it's a good, like, how this song is dope. Like with songs like this, where as the old school sample, you know, it's funny because sometimes at my job, like, they'll play the radio and like they'll play like old school, like 80s R&B and stuff. And sometimes, like, I'll hear the original "Gotta Get You Home" they'll play it on the radio, and like when they're doing it on the chorus, sometimes I'll just find myself just like adding in the like, cause like,
no, that's true.
So like that's how you know it's dope, because even though it came from a song that was already dope, it was like, okay, it added its own thing, so now I can't forget it. Right.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Yeah, and the funny thing is too, I mean, obviously with Black, I mean, it had the guest on there. I mean, I'll list them off. You know, Havoc was on there for a joint, The Promise, and then
that's like the best song.
Yeah, like, and honestly, like, I feel like Havoc doesn't get his flowers enough. Havoc is such a great producer, and like he could make anybody sound good with his fucking beats. Like, like, it's just great. He's great. So.
Yeah, I mean, this was Havoc in his prime. So like, Havoc was like, I mean. It was, very little things that Havoc was doing wrong, bro. Like, yeah, like this. Yeah, I mean, I think this was his only beat on the album. But yeah, that song was like hard. Like that song was super hard.
I'm trying to remember. Prodigy was supposed to be on this song, well, from what I heard.
Oh, really? I never heard that one.
But it's I don't know. It's crazy, but yeah, that's a great song. But
this probably was the best song on the album.
I stay listening to that shit.
Yeah, and then of course Method Man, I think he does the hook for Il Nana, and you know, and then Kid Capri for Fox Boogie, and of course the Jay-Z, you know, guest appearance for I'll Be, which was the second single off the album. And I'll Be was fucking classic as fuck, like, you know,
even the video, like with the dances and shit.
Yeah. I actually remember hearing that all the time as a jit, like all the time they used to play that song. So
yeah, and with the you know.
How nasty can you get on the way to the hood from the neck of the wood?
Yeah.
I don't know. Jay-Z and Foxy, I feel like we almost needed like a Bonnie and Clyde type of album from them niggas. Like, they had good chemistry.
Yeah, well, I mean, which of course led to all them rumors about them.
Yeah. It's funny how they made better music together than Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like,
facts.
Hell yeah.
That's facts. You know,
Jay-Z and Beyonce music is too forced for it to be a thing.
Yeah, because
they'll have like a few. I think the Dangerous and the first, they got a few joints, but that's it. Like
the only two like songs from them that they collabed that I really liked, like, were On the Run and Drunk in Love. That's it. Like the other ones just like, it didn't feel right. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it.
I think Drunk in Love and Upgrade You.
Nigga, what about Crazy in Love?
Nah, that was
Crazy Love's okay. Like, that's screaming a Miri.
Rome, that was the weakest one of their collab.
Nah, I can't say it's the weakest one. It's cool, but it ain't.
Plays at Macy's everywhere.
Nigga, Macy's be playing all. Fuck Macy's. They be playing all that bullshit.
Now,
fuck them niggas at the staff record label, the retail department, all them racist motherfuckers.
All right, let me go to the comments again. I know Henny got Illmatic, you know, greater than, you know. And then Miss 702, she knows 96 was a special time of music. Yeah, 96 will never be real.
Damn right.
And then Henny got, was Foxy with Jay or Nas first? She was with Jay first.
Jay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Henny got the Eugene Wild sample. Yep. That's the one. Why wasn't Nas on the album? I mean, Nas and Foxy, they did the Firm album, so I don't know why.
The Firm wasn't established yet.
It was like the beginning, like, because remember it's mentioned on the album, and she shouts out Nas and all that, so it's like they pieced it all together. Because you remember AZ album at the time, Nas album, all of them brought forth a part of the Firm, and then they finally got the Firm album.
Yeah, Foxy was on It Was Written anyway. She did the hook for Watch Them Niggas, I think.
Yep.
Watch them niggas that's close to you.
Yeah, love
make
that
sure they do what they supposed to do.
Yeah, exactly. That was a fucking classic. No,
because they be thinking about smoking you. Yeah, never personal, but nowadays it's the ways.
Yeah, Such a great album.
Yeah, but I never heard of Nas not. It was supposed to be on the debut, but either way, and I think they did the Firm shit later, so it was all like, it was all good. And
me and my girlfriend in the 8th grade, but no Pilot, get out of here. I'm sorry, no, that song was trash. If you was alive for the original Tupac, the Machiavelli, me and my girlfriend, which is like a classic record.
Listen, I love both of them records. Both Jay-Z and Tupac did justice.
Hell no. No one would say that but Jay-Z. Like, that song was horrible. We hated. The only thing redeeming about that was how good Beyonce looked in the video.
Facts, nigga.
That was it. Like, goddamn, Beyonce looked good as fucking this video.
Facts, my nigga. You
that's it, but
right now. Nigga, you spitting right now, nigga. Facts.
But the Machiavelli song is like, come on, you hear the passion in their voice. He's like, look for me, like, come on, like,
you know what's
like, come on.
You know what's even crazier? I heard the Jay-Z one before I heard the Tupac one, nigga.
Well, that's most people.
That's not crazy. You're young, so
yeah, that's what that is.
But I like both. I thought the Tupac one was better, but I like both.
Because when the J one came out, you was like 7, so that would make more sense that you would hear the J one before you hear the Pac.
Yeah, like the Tupac.
I rolled my eyes so hard they got stuck for like maybe 20 seconds after I heard the Jay-Z joint. Like,
the Tupac one was a metaphorical song, and then you have the J version where he turned into a fucking pop record, which was what was supposed to be. So it was just like, ugh. Yeah, no, I
trying to put a Jay-Z. Like, trying to have a Pac influence Jay-Z just don't work. Like, their styles are so far apart. Like, like, what y'all niggas was thinking? Like, who went up to this nigga and said, you know what, I really think you do good on this. Like, dude, it wasn't looking good when Master P and C Murder was biting Tupac songs. I don't know why the fuck Jay-Z thought it would work.
Right. See, Jay-Z always worked well when he was when he was on his player hustler grind, which is why I'll Be is such a great fucking song.
And it's the beat for I'll Be, son. Like, that shit was hard.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, I think the third single on there was Big Bad Mama. I think that was like, if you had the maxi single, it was, I think that's where Big Bad Mama. I forgot for which other Foxy song on there.
Wait, Big Bad Mama? Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah,
remember Foxy was killing the soundtrack game.
Yeah, it was on How to Be a Player, but it was also on some versions of Il Nana, or if you got the maxi single.
Yeah, because it was on the How to Be a Player soundtrack. Yeah.
Now, personally, this song, Foxy did her thing on there, but Dru Hill, I've never been the biggest Dru Hill fan for whatever reason. So it worked, but it was just like it's not a song that
you've never been a damn like Dru Hill had bops.
Yeah,
nigga.
Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Dru Hill in my bed, messing with my head. Nigga, stop! What the fuck? How you not like Dru Hill?
I wasn't the biggest fan of them. They had talent, but I just wasn't the biggest fan of them. That's all.
I'm not saying you gonna be like, man, fuck that. It was Jagged Edge, nigga.
I'm not saying that them niggas was trash, nigga. I just wasn't the biggest fan of them, but they did their thing, but it was just to me. But of course, like the song.
You look like a 112 ass nigga. That's why 12 ass nigga.
Nigga, you stupid as fuck, nigga. And then I was a Blackstreet fan. I was a fan of them niggas, though. I was a big fan of them niggas.
I mean, everybody knew Blackstreet was the shit. Like, even like Guy, all them niggas. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, no, Drew Hill just. I mean, because I remember my older cousin. She used to love Drew Hill and shit like that. I was just like, you know, they were cool, whatever. They just never got me. It's just, you know, they were talented. All of them talented brothers, but just never got me. You know what I mean? That's all.
I don't know, but like, it's funny you mentioned because both of them are all day album.
Yeah, that's also true. That's also true.
But hold on.
But Get Me Home was the better song, though.
What y'all niggas want? I don't know, man. With me.
All right, now Henny God's gonna say the question now. All right, I'm gonna say who was writing for Foxy on this first album.
That's a good question.
Yo,
Well,
damn, Henny, like, let me enjoy it.
Well, I mean, there is an answer on it. I mean, all you have to do is look at
Jay was writing for everybody.
Yeah, Jay
just not a good enough for himself at the time. Sorry.
No, nobody wanted to hear him say it at the time, but they were just
stealing
his rap.
You know, unfortunately, it's just like Lil' Kim with Biggie. This one, yeah. If you ever look at the writer credits for every song on this, Foxy's only on maybe 2 as a writer. You know, everyone does. You know, everything says Carter this, Carter that, Carter this, and of course the niggas that they sample. You know, and of course the producers. You know, so yeah, I mean, you know, Jay probably wrote a good part of this album. I mean, which is the reason why lyrically, like, Foxy was kind of killing it.
Yeah, but she got out of flow to pull it off. Like, yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, like, yeah, Henny God, I agree with the whole the song with Havoc. Like, she was spitting like she was a firm Nas Jr. or some shit. Like,
yeah,
but she was flowing like the nigga. And it's like, this is the thing with the writing. Like, I get it, but as an MC, you still gotta spit it proper. You still gotta spit all the syllables and the bars and ride the pocket. Still gotta have a dope voice, and that's why I still say Lil' Kim is top 50. Like, with all the writing shit, because a lot of niggas, dude, Biggie could come back right now and write for Drake, and Drake will not be any better. Redman could have a whole year of writing for Glorilla, and she's not gonna improve.
Yo, facts.
It just, that's what some people, and Glorilla's cool. Right. But I'm just saying, like,
it's not cool with me though. But even then, like, even more importantly, LB does like a lot. But then she came up in an era where you still had to be polished, like you know.
Yes, see, and that's the thing, like, and that's why I said Glorilla cool, like, whereas Glorilla's not polished like that. Like, sometimes I don't even, like, she's almost mumble, like somebody's like trying to kidnap her and she's rapping, like.
But I think Glorilla is dope though. So I mean, but she's
her voice, like, she gotta enunciate her flow better. Like,
listen,
like,
I was just telling
she
this
tried too hard with the accent.
Yeah,
she's not polished. Earlier, Glorilla is like the only female rapper that I'm putting on, and I'm like, yo, this shit hard. This shit hard.
That's what makes her appealing, because she's like, Glorilla is rapping like on some Eve and Foxy shit, where, I mean, she makes music where you won't feel embarrassed as a dude to drive in your car. Like, all right, cool, I could bump this. Like, it's not that sassy city girl make this type of shit that's out right now. I'm not trying to listen to sassy rap. Like, nigga, I'm a dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, I need to bump down. I need to go down the street bumping some goddamn Charlie Baltimore, some Ghostface, some Mia X, some Gangsta Boo, some shit. And I'm like, all right, fucking, here we go. Not no goddamn this sassy ass. Hey, fuck, nigga, pay my bill. Nigga better chill. Like, no, I don't hear that shit.
Rap about their pussy, I mean, you know, shit like that. Like, at least, like, you know, if it's like overwhelmingly doing that shit, so it's, you know, yeah.
This is said Go Gorilla Ghost, written by Reggie though. Nigga, Redman to have her spitting some bars, nigga.
Yeah, I'm saying though, Redman will have her sing crazy bars.
And it's crazy, she from what Memphis, right? But then look, you had Lashat, Gangsta Boo, all of them who fucking had the accent and all that, but you could see they were more polished. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's the difference. Like, Foxy and Eve, they polished. They was dropping. It was unisex rap.
Yeah, Yeah, because there was no way in those days that a female rapper could come out there and not just be on some complete trash. Like she couldn't. Like Foxy, Foxy really, especially if signed to Def Jam and Violator, they had Foxy spit some shit in order to even get signed. Like there was still like and nobody
wasn't afraid to call you whack back then either.
Yeah,
because look at for as good as Nicki Minaj can rap. Like her music has no replay value and is literally just shit for women and other niggas.
Right.
Like no regular dude is gonna just pull out a Nicki Minaj album.
That was the realest shit you said all day.
Her albums are not good. Like, and I agree. But
it's true though.
For real.
I'm not gonna listen to a Nicki Minaj. I'll listen to Trina first album over a fucking Nicki Minaj album. Like seriously.
Right. And that's what makes Foxy. I mean, yeah. Even if Jay wrote a good part of his album, which he did, because he's all over the writer credits and whatnot,
she still gotta rap her ass off.
Yeah, and also too is like in no way. I mean, because Jay doesn't really flow the way that Foxy flows, so it was still
so she's really pulling it off.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean of course that's a testament to ghostwriting and also individual talent to actually pull that shit off. So it's like, and that's why I made this album. I mean, if there's only one complaint I make about this album, I'd say it was short. I mean, I think it clocks over like 40 minutes or whatever to me.
Yeah, it's short.
Yeah, I think that's like the only negative thing I'd actually call. I mean, and then luckily for me, I mean, as much as Puffy's nonsense like annoyed me, Trackmasters didn't annoy me that much because I mean. I respected what they did. Red Hot Lover Tone and Pope. So I mean, Tone used to rap, so it's like I know he knows what he's doing. So it's like them niggas did their thing, like and they probably need their flowers too at some point.
Yeah, we definitely Ring Game. We appreciate hip hop, even though we argue like some motherfuckers here, but. Like, we definitely gonna shine a light on a lot of motherfuckers. Like, we might have to do a producer one next. I just want to hit all the elements. And then we just kind of go from there. Like, because shit, I've been listening to Beatnuts lately. And I'm like, God damn, the Beatnuts need their flowers. Like, they got some bangers. Like, so yeah, I feel you.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, but as P say, like just on producers alone, like this is a '96 album, like, and '96 was either big samples, big lyrics, big songs. That's what everything, and just Foxy's debut just follows the formula to a T, and it works because it sold. I mean, the shit went platinum within like 3 months, if I'm not mistaken, some shit like that. Like it basically sent Foxy Brown to the fucking moon. So like, I mean,
just a quick album to listen to is dope.
Yeah.
It's not forgettable, but it's just a quickly, easily digest album, and
right.
The era didn't make it forgettable because she was big. The songs were all over the place, but I probably got to agree with Henny God Slick. If it was another solid song on there besides the singles and the setup part 2, like, listen, there's no bad song, but I feel like it's lacking a few more standout cuts.
I mean, the only song that I really didn't really care for like that was, I believe it was Foxy
Bells.
Fox Boogie.
Oh, I did.
No, I didn't mind Foxy Bells, and I actually like I like how the sample was flipped.
Yeah.
Fox Boogie just annoyed me with the na. Like, no, I only want to hear that from Master P. I don't want to hear that from anybody else.
Well, I think that shit predated Master P.
It did. Like, Master P had the biggest version of it.
I'm just saying, I don't want to. Like, I only want to hear that from Master P. Like, I don't want to hear that from anybody else. I'm good on
He's the only one who could perfect that stupid shit.
Exactly.
Even the original niggas couldn't do it as Master P.
Yeah. Right. I mean, one thing I was always surprised about is why they never released a video for Ill Na Na, because Meth was huge in '96. I mean, I was always thought that should have been a single, but
You know what? Because it was too much like the Jay-Z song.
I can see that. Because Meth is just only on the hook, but Meth is only on the hook.
And so we used to bump that in middle school, like that damn the Ill Na Na joint. He was like, yeah, that shit. Niggas a step in class, like, yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, that was the days.
I mean, I was like that's really quiet. If there needed to be another single from there, that should have been it. But I get your reasoning though, LB, why you said that, because it makes sense. Yeah, Henny got Fox Boogie was like Glossy Production 96 for sure. Yeah, that was 96 in a T. Like, 96 was not. I mean, there was no dusty production. Like everything was big production, like big samples, big songs. That's and that's something that's actually missing in the rap game today. Like, because sampling pretty much is like they kill sampling because it'll eat niggas budgets just to sample like one song these days, because now
anthems are missing in hip hop now more than sampling. Like there's no like regional anthems like there used to be, like songs where universally everyone's like, okay, we got to destroy the club on this one, we got to shoot up the house on, we got to turn up on like something that you get Pastor Troy, nigga, like the void he left, son, like. There's like no fucking anthems no more.
Not even an anthem like where you gotta get your groove on or some shit like that. Like none of that shit exists.
Yeah, like there's no real like anthems in hip hop no more. It's just like you'll have big songs, but no, like that vibe I'm talking about with an anthem. Word.
Yeah.
It's the city. It's just like that type of shit. Like yeah, it's so much shit missing from hip hop. But Ring Game, we'll do our part. But so overall, everybody fucked with the Foxy album.
Yeah, I mean, there was a time, that Foxy album got a lot of burn, like from my cassette, back in the day. Thank you, BMG, for hooking me up.
So we showed that the proper respect. So let's jump on the Eve album.
Eve. Now, like I said, though, this was the one, because one of the things too is, I mean, I listened to back then, I was like, oh, this is cool, whatever. And then, when I listened to it, I was like, whoa, wait a minute, like, goddamn, did Time really make this album even greater than it already was? It's like,
it feels that way, like it really feels that way. Like one thing about Eve album, it had a lot of the skits, but they kind of like. The track listing was still flowed together. Like how like how we got on Mace album and the skits kind of really fucked up the continuity of the album.
Yeah, well,
doesn't really do that too much on Eve.
Well, because the Rough Rider skits though, them skits used to be some of the most ignorant shits I ever heard in my life. But them shits used to have me crying, laughing at times.
Dude, they was more entertaining and they was shorter. And I don't know, a skit just sound better when you got a hard ass banger coming right behind it, pause. Type shit. Like, he's like, okay, follow up with this. Like,
and funny things too, Eve kind of came out of nowhere to me because I know she was in one of the DMX videos, and then for years, for a little bit, I always thought she was the rapper on that Root song "You Got Me." I thought she was Erykah Badu rapping like that rather than Eve. Because Eve wasn't in the video, and I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, Erykah Badu was really spitting. But then when I found out it was Eve, I was like, oh shit!
You could tell, how the fuck you thought that was Erykah Badu?
Nigga, I truly thought it was, nigga. I was like, wait a minute, it's like,
dude. Well, first of all, if you got wait, you should have known.
Like I said, I never
the reason, but not.
Nigga, I didn't know what Eve looked like back then because that shit came out before.
No, I'm talking about the Eve. I'm talking about the Erykah Badu because and you a hip hop nigga, that's why you should know. Because if you listen to Busta Rhymes' album, When Disaster Strikes, which dropped in '97, and it had that song with Erykah Badu, and her and Erykah Badu. I'm sorry, Erykah Badu and Busta Rhymes was spitting bars back and forth. Like I think the song is called The One.
Yeah,
I think it's right before the shit with Rampage and Mace. Yeah, you heard Erykah Badu rapping on that song. So once I heard that, I knew. When that Roots joint came out, that wasn't her.
I mean, honestly, because it was just, I mean, at the end, I thought, maybe she might have changed up her flow, or the Philly flow, or whatever the fuck, nigga. So I was just like,
that's a lot of a fucking shit.
But then, it wasn't like, I mean, it took it wasn't like it took it for years. Like, it took like a couple months. I was like, oh wait a minute, that's not
couple months, nigga. God damn.
I mean, I mean, I admit that shit, nigga. I mean, I was like,
true. I'm just like, wow, like, nah, because I know you listen to these niggas. That's why I'm just like, wow, like you threw a curveball. I didn't expect that. That's
sometimes rappers do change up their flows, and it might be something different. That's why I was like, okay, maybe Badu got on some smooth shit and just like but Eve was like, okay, Eve, all right, that's Eve.
Because Eve sounded mad feminine on that song too.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you remember she was on that I think she was on the Aftermath compilation.
Oh, which one? The second?
The shit with Been There, Done That.
Ugh, yeah, I forget about that.
Evil Destruction or.
Honestly, don't make me. I don't want to have to re-listen to that shit, nigga, because that shit was trash.
It's all I'll say. It's kind of hilarious. I mean, just a side note, like you didn't realize that was Eve. It kind of reminds me of like going an argument with somebody that like he didn't realize that, like, because he was he's a big Lauryn Hill fan, and like I forgot he was listening to a song and he didn't realize that, like, he thought it was just Lauryn Hill. He didn't realize it was Lauryn Hill and Rod Digger going back and forth. And I'm like, wait, you didn't realize that was Rod Digger? It's like, no, I thought it was just Lauryn Hill. Like,
no,
what?
That's even worse, bro.
Yeah,
that's even
worse. Like, goddamn, like you don't know. Who's that? Hold on, was that Redman on rapping by himself on that Muddy Waters song? No, that's K-Solo. Like, really? Like, keep it on. Like, imagine a nigga rap that shit by himself. Nigga, I would throw you in a fucking panic room or some shit, padded room or something. You could bust out some shit like that by yourself.
I'm just reading some of Henny Gott's comments right now. Before we get to this Eve album, he said that Eve album is a damn compilation album. Every damn song got a feature. Eve singles nice though. See,
but I mean, it works though. Like,
yeah. See, thank you, King P. Thank you.
It didn't feel like it was overly done with the features.
Because you know why? Eve still showed her own personality and individuality on her solo songs.
Right.
Love is Blind and Got a Man. Dude, you know how honestly, do you know how refreshing Got a Man sounds now in this state of hip hop?
Never mind what y'all want, because I mean she
yes, exactly. Eve was like a real unisex rapper. Like you don't even feel like I did, like, you don't even have a female rap about that nigga like that no more. Like,
and with, at least with Eve too, unlike the Foxy Brown, Eve wrote pretty much every damn song, and she has writer credits on every.
Yes, yeah, like you could say,
except for no, not
except
even
for the skits.
no, because I was gonna say I forgot about, but then What Y'all Want, because she didn't write that, and she even admitted she had help with that, but that's the original version is not on the album, only the remix.
The remix is,
but
she wrote some of it because she's still a writer though. Like, I mean, yes. She's on there.
But she admitted that Cassidy helped write that for her.
I can hear Cassidy say all that shit now. What's on, like, yeah, with the baseball cap on.
Yep.
Oh shit! Yeah, that help us want to hear that nigga spit it down. No, what y'all niggas want? I can't even do his voice. But her features are different than Foxy features. They do hit different. Like Eve features just. Like, I don't know, them shits is hard, man. Like, she got the best out of them niggas. I feel like on Foxy, niggas is like, all right, I fucks with you, so I'll give you a little heat.
Yeah, like, but I mean, start off with the Dragon like joint. Let's talk about that shit, and then then Philly, of course, with Beanie Siegel, and then Scenario 2000 with the Locks and Dragon and DMX and.
That's one of my.
Your album, you got the first verse.
That's one of my favorite posse cuts. And I hate how on the album, for some reason, they edited it. Like, they edited.
Yeah. Oh my god, I hate that shit. Thank you.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that.
Sometimes, you remember, sometimes there were some songs that, like, even though it censored some of the words, but and then some of it would be uncensored, is because the record label was like, oh no, you can't say. Because I remember that was that shit with Tupac shit with Got My Mind Made Up, where they censored out Meth talking about Hitler sticking up Jews with German Lugers. Like,
no, I get that, but the Dragon part that they censored out wasn't even anything crazy. It was just like, when I burn you to a crisp, you're gonna be crunchier than chips with my hand all up in the bag, munching on the shit. Like, what the hell is so bad about that? Like, why did they take that out?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I mean, so there's a bees like that, nigga. Like, you never know what these niggas why they wanted that shit censored, bro. I mean,
we could do what we do: stack chips like Hebrews. Don't let the melody deceive you.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a whole era. And see, y'all don't remember when Walmart used to sell the damn edited albums, and they'll put all types of fucking sound effects.
I hated Walmart.
That shit was trash.
Walmart because they would. I bought an album once from Walmart and then never again because I realized that they only sold the clean versions.
Yeah, and sometimes they have like,
hey, mother, ding 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 ding, siren. Hey, shut my mother. Hey, Death Records, mother. No, chill. Like, I don't look, nigga. I didn't want to fucking put in a goddamn Sony Walkman and hear the best of Police Academy hits. You know that one nigga that used to make all the goddamn noises?
Yeah, exactly. Motormouth Joe.
That's how the album sound like. The motherfucker on Police Academy, like.
I'm
fuck out of that, nigga.
I'm looking at Miss 702's comments. Eve album is still a Rough Riders album. The guys sound like they're introducing Foxy, not carrying Foxy. Whoa.
Yeah, because they wrote her music, nigga. Like, I'm saying.
Whoa, no. They weren't carrying Eve. Like, nobody carried
Eve. Wasn't being.
Yeah, like
I can't agree.
You know what? I get what she's saying, but I felt like Eve still held her own with the features, and she had a few songs by herself that were still strong enough to where I can't say like, okay, yeah, she can't do it on her own. Like, honestly, she had better solo songs than Mace did.
Oh, that's controversial. You know, but
but dude, how many fucking like Mace had looking at me and feel so good, but then he had to get samples and all that shit. Like, Love Is Blind, like, come on, like, how many does this nigga got any song as deep as Love Is Blind on his album? Like, really?
Mace?
Love Is Blind is such a dope song.
Yeah, it is.
That's what I'm saying, and that's a solo song. Like, yeah, somebody's singing the hook, but to come up with fucking Love Is, like, that's what I'm saying, like, this era of hip-hop, if a chick came out now and bust out a Love Is Blind or a Got a Man, they will run shit, like, cause it's just so left field. Like, no, it's like they try to kill men and women relationships in hip hop. So to see a female rapper, A-list rapper, be on some Got a Man shit and really on some not promoting no bullshit and like, yeah, I appreciate my nigga, that type of shit, like, yeah, like that might even backfire. Chicks might be like, oh fuck that, she loves her nigga. Oh hell no, I can't listen to this bitch. No. You see how they was getting that Glorilla with the whole 50-50 shit? Yeah, so I don't, but just the fact that she did it, like, and by herself, she didn't have a Rough Rider nigga. Ain't like Sheik Luch or Styles P was on the chorus or had a verse like, yeah, got a man, yeah, she got a nigga. No, like, she did it herself. Like, I mean, what's y'all wanted? Yo, they got a nigga, she got a man. Like, y'all wildin', so nah, like, she showed enough individualism on her album to me.
And another thing too, because I mean, I let me know I'm not a fan of Swiss Beats production. For some reason, even Swiss Beats, that was the connection. I'm not a fan of Swiss 2 either, but this was before Swiss got oversaturated. Because like 98, 99, like when he first came out, he was tolerable. The beats that he made worked for him and worked for the artist that he had. It was
the niggas are still calling them shit cheesy though, but they just was hitting.
Yeah. I mean, because obviously, the whole Rough Rider anthem shit. I mean, that was probably one of the weakest. I mean, it's it's classic, but at the same time, it wasn't hitting like the other beats on the album.
Yeah, because remember the damn Swiss Beats had the right niggas for his beats.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, y'all niggas weird, but
Yeah, but that's the thing though, because usually, but Eve and Swiss Beats, like it just seemed like in this album, it was like okay, Swiss Beats, like it wasn't overproduced shit. It was just like, and then Eve was just Eve, and of course, I guess we're spitting fire. So it's like it was perfect.
Oh man, talking about the guys cover the hooks, chorus is all her solo stuff. You're the guys with it. Yo, honestly, like Miss 702, you might be on to something. Like, I think niggas took a protective approach with Eve. Like, they was like, look, baby girl, we not gonna make you. We not gonna let you fail. We gonna make sure your album's fire. Hey, look, don't lift this. I'll lift it here. Hold on, wait. Like, yo, chill. Benny Siegel will get that part and start the song off. No, wait. Drag On is ready. Like, I think they just made sure her shit was on point. Like, I felt like they treated her like a little sister. And that they was all looking out for her, like, look, baby girl, we gonna get your album fire. This like, DMX is coming through. He gonna give you a track, and he on the posse cut too. Like, that's the vibe. But then when it was time for her to step away from all the testosterone, she was able to step away from the testosterone, give you a little pit bull in her skirt.
Yep. I mean, I was gonna say, like, I mean, her later albums after that proved she could do it on her own anyway. So,
thank you.
But I mean, look, even Swiss gave her some funny ass skits. Like I said, that Philly cheesesteak skit will never fail to not have me.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking hilarious to me.
And then that song comes on, Philly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, her and Beans both did their thing on that track.
I love that song. Like, god damn, I gotta be pulling out the Philly jacket for that shit.
That was before Rough Riders and Rockefeller beat. You had Rough Riders and Rockefeller on the album. So.
Exactly.
Philly. And Swiss Beats didn't even fuck up the choruses like that either.
Yeah, he didn't. No, he didn't. Like, the artist shined over his production. That's how it should have been. But Swiss,
that's what I'm saying. Like, Swiss was fine in the late 90s and early 2000s. I think it was like after 02, 03. I felt like after that was when he just started getting, he jumped the shark and just started becoming a caricature of himself. Like,
right.
You just start screaming anything. Like,
yeah, putting out trash and all types of trash. Like, it's just like, nah, get out of here, bro. But this album actually aged extremely well for whatever reason.
It did. Yeah. It's just the later half, toward the end of the album, it gets a little weaker. But that's it.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I mean,
because look, when you look at the track, when you go from the beginning, you're like, okay, let's talk about that's dope. Got a Man, dope, cool. Philly cheesesteak skit, cool. Philly banger, cool. Stuck Up, cool. Ain't Got No Dough. Then it gets to the baby mom skit. That's like some terrible shit I don't need to hear because I don't like domestic violence. So
yeah, but then you had it set it up for Love Is Blind. So I was okay.
Which is great. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The track listing and the skits were great. And then you have Scenario 2000
and Dog Match, like
that's Dog Match, and boom.
Yeah, and then My Bitch.
And then that shit. The Maniac and all of that other shit.
I loved the My Bitches skit because it was basically the female version of DMX's My Niggas, like same thing. And I love that skit from DMX. So
the funny thing too is, DMX is a writer on that skit, so yeah.
Well, there you go.
I didn't like Maniac, but I felt like Maniac was her trying to do the shit she would later on do in the future.
Maniac is probably the weakest song on there, and it's not even that bad to me. But I think it's probably the weakest song on there.
Yeah, that's really where it kind of like. I thought Heaven Only Knows.
I thought Heaven Only Knows was a good closer before they go into the whole What Y'all Want remix on there.
I mean, I liked the My Enemy skit. I'll say that. Like some of the skits were good. It was just the only skit that was kind of like for me was the baby mom skit. Even though it led into Love Is Blind,
which is so it had a purpose. So
it had a purpose.
But yeah, so I don't hate it, but yeah, I feel you. But yeah, like overall, Eve album, it was dope. It's fucking fire. Like
it was fire as shit. Yeah,
I've been listening to that motherfucker ever since I told y'all in the chat. Like, all right, this is the one we doing.
And even
remember, it was supposed to be done last week, but then Billboard had to do their bullshit, and we had to correct that.
Yeah, even the single still hit. Like got a man still hits for me, and it's probably like also like a little bit because I remember hearing that a lot as a kid and liking it. And
the verse is just so powerful. It's a sad song because you're like, yo, damn, she left this nigga, then she went back because this nigga was on some bullshit. It did just
it's a sad fucking video too. I mean,
yeah, like yo, like fuck that nigga.
It's like a female version. Like, actually, no, not really, but like almost like a female version of How's It Going Down, but a lot more sadder and depressing.
Yes, nigga, absolutely, yeah. I mean,
I don't even compare the two because I just feel like it's two different vibes. Like one's like yo, this is just my summertime fling, sneaky link bitch that I'm just trying to holler at, whatever, and we just chase each other in the streets where kids play, and it's a little vibe, da 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 da. Love is Blind is also like, yo, like I got this friend and it's like she got this worthless ass nigga. And, oh my god, like why she can't leave this nigga? She got a kid and I just be trying to tell, like that's like you almost just want to be like, you just want to like get the burner and grab Eve and like, yo, where this nigga at? Like let's go get this nigga.
Right, right.
Like I don't even want to hear you rap no more. Like this dude sounds like a bitch. Let's go handle this nigga. So yeah, and just the whole video how she just also like. Like yo, I gotta get this nigga my damn self. Fuck y'all. Like
yeah, man, they don't make videos like that no more. Not
at all. Like motherfucker, like is a female rapper even capable of making a Love Is Blind right now? Or got a man? Like, cause all I hear y'all hoes rap about is the Birkins and bags y'all get from these niggas. But do you have a man or a sponsor?
Never mind what y'all want. Like, Eve was out.
Oh my god, don't even get there. Like, no. You gotta have bars on a up-tempo beat and rap more about rap some shit other than your pussy. Like,
yeah, and the video where Eve's actually doing some Latin shit on there is just like, yeah, that was
with a whole different vibe. Like people forget like what y'all niggas want was a different vibe. No one had no damn
you cha-cha. You go cha-cha to that.
Yeah, no one was cha-chaing and shit to that. Like R. Kelly had to come out with that step in the name of love shit for y'all niggas to start. Okay, so we go step to this shit.
Yo, fat.
Eve like, yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, I would love for Eve to get her flash. Because like this baby, it was dope. Like it is a classic. Like. It has everything you want there. I mean, never mind what Miss 702 is saying. Like, I mean, Miss 702, I get what you're saying, but no, there are guests that overshine the main artist, and there are examples of that. But this ain't one of them. No, Eve, like she.
Yeah, they might have better individual verses than her, but I'm not gonna say here they carried her. Like they looked out. Like they helped cultivate a great album. It's like Ring Gang, like. If King P drops something, like, we gonna be fucking with it, but we gonna let that nigga shine though too. Like, and I think that's how niggas look. I think that's how they kind of looked at it. Whereas Foxy, like, they really had them because these niggas was writing the whole album.
Right, exactly.
But they knew they could like, yo, I'm gonna write the dopest shit because I know Foxy is capable of spitting it her way and making that shit fire. So it worked. It worked both albums, but I think Eve is the better album.
And this is where, because this is, see, I want to say, I mean, I agree too. Like, Eve, because I have more memories with the Foxy Brown, but Eve was a well put together album. Like, it was, let's say, Foxy Brown was easy listening and it has its classic singles. Eve has classic singles too. But I think it is.
Yeah, but you only gonna go back to like a few Foxy songs. You gonna go back to the Havoc song.
The
singles, maybe that's it.
The singles, I go back to the singles.
And usually people go back to the singles for you.
Yeah,
randomly type of shit. But Eve, like when you start playing Eve album, you're gonna just start letting it go, and you're not even gonna think about like, okay, I don't want to hear this song. You're gonna just be like, oh shit, hold on, oh damn, this nigga was on here. Like, oh yeah, I remember this. Yep. Like,
it's a great album for me.
It flowed. It's a dope album, and it doesn't get spoke on that much, but fuck it. That's what Ring Gang is here for. And yes, what y'all niggas want was eat, Henny God.
It's also just throwing that out there for those that don't. It's one of the 5 female rap albums to go number 1. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think that shit like went 2 times platinum eventually. Like it's sold.
But only 5 female rapper albums have debuted number 1 on the charts, and Eve's first album is one of them. Foxy has a number 1 album too, but not Il Nana. Her second album, China Doll, debuted number 1 on the charts.
Right, and that actually did. My thing is too, I listened to that album less than I do the debut. I mean, it might be
Broken Silence. Broken Silence was better than China Doll to me.
Yes. And it's funny because remember I've mentioned Broken Silence was the first album. I was like, for Foxy, I was thinking Broken Silence and then something else. Then I was like,
yeah, because I mean, because China
maybe
Doll,
go to the first album.
Because I China Doll, I felt like Foxy was doing too much on that album. It wasn't really
China Doll is the album that I felt like
China Doll was too popular.
Maybe Miss 702 thought Eve tried to make.
China Doll was too poppy for my liking. There was only a couple songs that I would still listen to. The rest is just like, eh.
Yeah, and there was definitely no track masters on that shit. That's for damn sure. Yeah, it basically it was just like a lot. It was a Jadakiss ass album.
Well,
like
it did give us 4, 5, 6 though. It did give us that, and that was a great. I still love that song 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, and it probably has like the one Jay-Z song, one of the few Jay-Z like songs on there that I just like. It's kind of like a throwaway to me.
Yeah, but like it has 4, 5, 6. I remember. I believe that one had the track with Mia X and Gangsta Boo too.
Yeah, she's on there. Too Short's on there. Yeah. You know,
and A Dog and a Fox. And I think after that,
Nori. Yeah, basically, this China Doll was an album of its era. Like it for sure. Like all the like, some of the hottest like rap niggas in the game. Like
that's the thing. Foxy Brown's albums always sound like they're a part of an era. Like Broken Silence, I feel like it's her only like real timeless album that I think you could pick up anytime and it just fits the era. Like it's timeless. Whereas Il Nana and China Doll, like they reflect the era.
Right.
If that makes sense.
The funny thing is even Broken Silence for me reflects the era of like, 2001, with what New York was going through, 9/11 and all that. Like it just felt like it reflected that time in New York. Like, but that's just me being.
I can see that because you a New York nigga, so it's gonna hit a little different.
Mm-hmm.
But it just, and from a production standpoint, the way the songs flow and how she's rapping, like I don't know, like a song like 730, it feel like it could have been made anytime.
Yeah,
I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like Fox Boogie or Il Nana, it's like nigga, this was like right smack dab in the middle of '96, nigga.
Yeah, right.
Hot Spot, goddamn well that's like what 99 or some shit.
Yeah. The Hot Spot was definitely 99.
That was definitely 99.
That and of course I Can't too. That was on some 99 shit, especially that one.
She basically just wanted to put a whole bunch of thong songs on the album. She was on the thong.
Facts.
Facts. But she was killing them. Remember the her verse on What's Still Fantasy remix?
Oh yeah, she was on the remix. I forgot.
Killed that shit. Like niggas hear that, it was like, yo, like I gotta smash Foxy. Like, where's she at? Like, what the fuck? Like, hold on.
They got it right with the throw. But yeah, I'm just looking at the comments right now. Miss 702, Shuttleworth be on it. He holds nothing back. Yeah, that's true. Henny God is like, why Foxy couldn't record another album? I know about her hearing. She's recorded since. The hearing is one thing, but then Foxy, I think, burned a lot of bridges.
Yes, Foxy burned a lot of bridges. She's notoriously known for being very difficult to work with and she's just a very catty bitch. I'm sorry. That's the only way I can put it.
But that's what I've always heard. There's a story down here that she got into it with Jackie O and Jackie O.
Yeah, I heard that one.
Yes,
Jackie O pop her up in a fight.
Yes. Jackie O dog walked her. That's confirmed.
Yeah, so it's
I had a homegirl back in high school and ran into her, I think, at Aventura Mall, and she said before she could even get 3 feet in Foxy direction, like she had these 2 twin tower ass bodyguard niggas pulled up on her. I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, Foxy's so short in person, like.
Yeah, because with Foxy Brown, because Foxy after Broken Silence, I mean, obviously, like I said, Broken Silence was like
she went deaf.
Yeah, she went deaf, and then she did like because there's an unreleased album. There's like 2 unreleased albums that she's had, like, but they just
because she had that error with the styling song.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was Fever that was an unreleased album, ain't it?
It was Black Roses, yeah. El Nana 2,
Black Roses, Fever,
and then Black Roses. I think there was some songs on
Black
there.
Rose.
Yeah, Black Roses too.
But she released an album in like 2008 that was pretty dope. I remember Brooklyn's Don Diva. I remember had some dope songs on it.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I don't even remember that shit. That's
Well, I remember that was another one where she had a lot of the features that kind of like, because I remember she had AZ on a song. Like that was when she got a lot of like dance hall artists and all that on that album. I remember Movado was on a song. Lady Saul was on a song.
I mean, Dancehall Foxy was dope though.
What? No,
Dancehall Foxy was dope though.
No, Dancehall Foxy was dope. I'm just saying there was a lot of like dancehall artists on that album.
I mean, shit, Graph is on that fucking album.
Yeah,
I might need to listen to this shit. Just it might need to. I was like, but that's a name I haven't even thought about in like years.
Nigga, like, sound like Billy Bathgate and Icarus. Sicario too.
Yeah, might as well get me some Ali Vegas up in this motherfucker, man. Like,
yeah, I know, right? Like, yeah. I think Eve would have ate Foxy without Ghost Rider.
Agreed.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. Eve just makes, I think, like she just like it just showed you their debuts. They both had niggas helping them and cultivating a sound and all that. I think this Eve did better with what she had than Foxy could do. Like Eve just made a better album. Like,
yeah, I mean,
I think Foxy Brown's a better rapper. I listen to Foxy more than I listen to Eve, but Eve throughout her career has consistently made fucking bangers. And
yeah, like the Scorpion album, like this. I mean, who's that girl? Who's not? I mean, I'm not gonna be saying I played it, but it was dope for what it was. And
yeah, I didn't just stand still at the club, like, you know. They still got the little bop. You know what I mean, but yeah,
that and Let Me Blow Your Mind, I think, was another one. But it also had some hard songs on it. It had Gangsta Bitches on there, Thug in the Fucking Street. Scream Double R, like that had some hard, like once you got past like the poppy singles and that album got sequenced crazy, then it was just hard shit, like you know like going down the line from that album. So I mean,
Eve was like one of the like chicks who could just make hard music and still do the pop shit.
Wait, you were talking about the second album?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the one with Who's That Girl?
Yeah, nigga.
We just went through the whole like who's the scroll up pilot.
I couldn't hear. My thing went. My internet was being very So.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like what you guys expect to? I mean, the singles were actually in like the first 4 songs.
The Gwen Stefani song was on that album too.
Yeah,
but that was dope.
That's one of the best Dre beats.
What's up? What'd you say?
Dre made that beat, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that shit got played hella much back then. Like, yeah, that shit was the vibe. Like, Eve always made fucking bangers. Like, but yeah. So, looking back now, we discussed both albums, and you want to bring up the poll results and shit?
Yes, of course. We had to ask. It was only right to ask who we thought, had the better album. We needed the people to let us know what they thought. And so it was simple. Who has the best album of these two? The results so far, there's 29 votes, and damn, it's 52% to 48% in favor of Foxy Brown. So it's very, very close. Like,
yeah.
And we, oh my gosh, we had one troll that was like, "Oh, put an Ice Spice song. I'm like, what do you do? Like, no, just absolutely not. Like,
Ice Spice.
Oh.
There was some struggle song that I saw a video of Ice Spice and someone else on there, and it was just
Ice Spice is just a modern day Lumi D. Like,
and I'll be honest, like the reason why like y'all like chicks want to talk about the misogyny and rap and the double standards, like I'll just be honest, like a lot of y'all are just fucking eye candy with sound.
Yes.
Facts.
And y'all are happy about that, but then it's cool. Y'all want to celebrate the sexiness and the sexuality and looking good and independent, this, that, whatever the fuck rocks your boat. Then, you know, we got every right to not like that shit and not jam that shit.
Yep. You know, it's funny because I know y'all don't like Drake, but Drake had a line on his new album with 21 Savage. And like it's perfect because it basically encapsulates what I think about a lot of these new female rappers. And he said she's a 10 trying to rap. It's good on mute. Like it's great on mute. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's perfect. It's true because like you said, it's eye candy trying to rap. Like it is. And the thing is, some of them not even bad with the rapping. It's just they're not rapping about anything, or like it's the same shit, and it's like next, you like, or like the content, or it's just like
the content, like, and they all rapping the same. It's like, look, I didn't live through Trina era, so the city girls will never really impress me.
But like at least, Trina did it better than them, so it's like,
and that's the thing. Trina raps better than them. So it's like I don't need to see. I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, but just if I guess the newer generations can understand, like, look, man, like even if y'all water down the content, the rapping still has to be at a higher level.
Miss 702, she's not. Ice Spice is not albino.
She look albino. Fuck that, yo. Miss 702 called that one, nigga.
She's not albino.
I mean, she has Carrot Top's hair and she's pale as fuck, nigga. What the fuck?
Yeah, she just look like she's always lost, or like she's not supposed to be where she's at. Like,
I mean,
I wouldn't surprise me. Like, Shorty gives slow vibes.
I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that the girl has a fat ass and she shakes it, you know, everywhere, you know, like no one would talk.
And every yo, Shorty will find any reason to shake her ass. Like,
yeah.
It don't matter what you could be like, yo, so what time is it? She'd be like 12:30, nigga. Like, it's a wiggle for like what the like. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that.
It's funny. It is funny.
Like it don't matter what. Like it could just. I just imagine her being like she need to be in like a superhero movie or some shit. Like, and that's her power. Like, you could just stop crime or whatever the fuck by just twerking, and niggas just like, oh shit. Like,
as long as
robbing this bank.
I mean, as long as she's a mute, that'll be cool. Nigga.
Yes. that make the power even better. Like, you ain't even got to say nothing. Like, twerking is how you communicate.
Yeah, like you know, like a ghetto black bull. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just don't like her rapping, and it's almost like at least there's some rappers that like female rappers like Ruby Rose. Like Ruby Rose has a great voice for rapping, but
she could actually rap.
She can, but like some of her content, I'm like really not in any hurry.
Like 90% of her. This nigga said, "Are you being nice, nigga?"
Yeah,
like,
I am being
90% of her content
is like to me.
Yeah, and it's like as a dude, it's like I'm not gonna be driving down the like.
I mean, but like Ice Spice is even worse. I'm not like.
Of course.
Ice Spice has grown men voluntarily calling themselves munchies.
Exactly.
What is wrong?
Yeah, that's a weirdo.
And then when she raps, she sounds like she's on the spectrum. I'm just being honest. Like,
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to go in on these new female rappers, but it's just.
I don't. But goddamn, if look, man, telling the truth ain't always going in. This is like tough love.
Yeah.
I mean,
I need to hear more Eves and Foxy.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, like the bars need to, because we get at the niggas all the fucking time. I don't want people to because whenever you start getting at females, they be like, not some of them, not all of them, but some of them will just be like, oh shit, like nah, y'all niggas is like, what about the niggas? Like, no, we get on these damn lame motherfuckers all the fucking time.
I personally take pleasure in calling out struggle niggas.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Somebody once said that to me. He's like, well, do you give the same energy to 21 Savage that you do Ice Spice?
Yes!
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Like maybe on steroids. Like there been so many niggas over the years roamed and introduced me to that had to grow on me, or I just had to be like, yeah, they not bad. This, that, yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, this nigga's fire. It's just a lot of like, I don't know, this hip hop back in the day, like when people's debut verses or moments were like memorable, like, and they just stood out. But regardless if they had a great career afterwards or not. Yeah. Like, I remember when Soleil jumped on that JT Money song, just ripped this shit. Like everybody was like, "Damn, like yo, shorty fine as hell. Like yo, she killed that." Like you might not remember nothing else she did, but you remember that. Like a lot of these female rappers, they don't even have that.
That's also true.
A lot of the newer ones actually kind of made Cardi B even more listenable.
Like, that's true, but you know what? Cardi B's another one where I don't think she was ever bad. Like she's another one where I think Miss 702 would be like, man, these niggas is trying to really make her sound fire. Like, hold on, y'all grabbed everybody in here. Like, you got the janitor there dropping the ad libs. Like, y'all put the whole corporation behind her shit, and I feel it. But Cardi B just, I guess she makes it work, and King P is right. A lot of the newer ones are making Cardi B sound like the Rakim of women rap now.
Yeah, which
like,
is
even people that didn't like Cardi B can now at least say it's like an old term. It's like an old saying. I used to think you were a dummy, but since then, so many people dumber than you have come along. You've moved up the ladder without doing anything.
Yeah, but the thing is too, Cardi B had more of the unisex vibes in her music. Like I could bump a few Cardi B songs in the whip, and it's like it's the same Foxy Eve type of vibe. Like, know what I mean?
I can't. Cardi B's
dude, there's more Cardi B songs that sound fire than, like, as far as unisex listening to, than there's Nicki Minaj songs. Bodak Yellow, even though she bit that from a whole Florida nigga, shout out to Kodak.
And she didn't even write
Bodak Yellow, you could at least just play in the whip. I've seen niggas play in the whip. That was the whole bop, but come on, man. Like, a lot of shit don't even have that playability. Like,
yeah, Miss 702. My ears get more selected every year. Yeah, that's mine. Like, mine is just getting. I tired of hearing struggle bars. Like, I lose my patience easily with some of these niggas now. Like, I don't even pretend. I'm like, yo, this shit is terrible. Like, that's what I do. Like, you know, if I'm not hearing no bars, like, it's to the recycling bin it goes. Or
yeah, I mean, you gotta have bar, but it's like I gotta hear everything: the beat, the tone, the flow, the swag. Like bars ain't everything, but you need to have like an adequate amount. Mm-hmm. Like, you need to have some type of standard, and
yeah,
like some of these chicks that got bars, they ain't saying shit with them, so it's like.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the whole autism flows that are going around in hip hop today. So that's
like I said, they sound like they're on the spectrum. Like,
yeah, it's like, you know, I can't get with that. So that's the whole reason why. It's just like when I hear niggas like you know like slurring or fucking or rapping slower than the beat or rapping over, you know, trying to rap like not with the beat.
I don't know what it's like. Rappers fall off so bad where. Back in the day, if you couldn't just have the standard rapping ability, like if you were just offbeat too much or too slow, niggas would just clown you. Now It's like niggas don't even know. It's like it's got so bad you don't know what you're listening to, so anything is acceptable. A nigga could literally be like, "Hey, yeah, I'm on that block. Hey, yeah, I'm not gonna stop. Yeah. Like niggas could just say anything. Like what the fuck? And
you kind of sound like you kind of sound like 21 Savage a little bit. You
oh, nigga, I thought I was sounding like one of those fake Indians. Like I thought it was some bullshit. Like this nigga's like, you know what? That's a great 21 Savage. That's my fucking point. I could just do some bullshit, and you're able to just goddamn point out a nigga randomly that, like, you know what? That sound like the last 21 out. Like, that's the problem.
Yeah, I
shouldn't have been able to joke like that. And you're saying that's a good rendition of so and so.
Right.
That's exactly the problem.
And the Miss 702 says when people said Tekashi 6ix9ine flow was original.
What, the Memphis Bleak on steroids? They're fucking yelling. 702 swing on them niggas, yo. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
God.
That's what I say.
Original.
That's why it's like we review albums like Foxy, like the debuts of Foxy Brown, Eve, and then we see some of this shit today. It's like, yeah, like, you know, it doesn't matter if you're male or female. Like, if your shit is whack, it's whack. You know, if you're rapping,
like we equal opportunity. Like, we call out everybody if your shit trash, nigga, because there got to be somebody that's gonna uphold the standard of hip hop throughout the years. Like, and I hope younger niggas hear this and be like, you know what, them old niggas, right? Like, think about it. Like, because if you young and you're disagreeing with certain shit out there right now, think about what your fucking kid's gonna have to listen to.
Right.
That's what you gotta remember. Like,
I mean, in the future, kids will probably listen to robots doing that shit too, fucking stuttering and shit.
They're getting AI rappers now. Like, yeah. Like, just imagine. Like, ugh.
Oh man, no, but this was a great discussion for sure. Though, I mean, like I said, definitely took me down. Like,
hold on, let me. Did everybody? I'm sorry, Pat. Did everybody give they vote? Like, who they voted for the on the poll?
I voted for Eve.
Okay, yeah, Eve here.
I voted for Eve. Like, it's funny.
Unanimous. Oh shit. Yo, my niggas, we all went tonight.
Yeah. You know, that was.
I just need to. I mean, I just need to know what Pilot voted. Pilot, if you're in the chats, tell me who you voted for.
Pilot's definitely in the chat. He just said something a couple minutes ago.
Pilot, if you're listening, tell me who you voted for.
Yeah. You know, yeah. Well, I guess we'll wait for him to actually reply back.
I mean, like, because at this point, only Pilot could mess up the clean sweep here.
Yeah, and you know what it is? I think it's the nostalgia too with the Foxy album.
Yeah,
everybody could just pull up memories of the Foxy album.
Eve. So,
nice. We got a clean sweep.
Wow. Okay, Pilot. Way to go. There you go.
I think this might be the first time we've gotten a clean sweep.
And this will be the time the Kali will disagree with us like venomously.
Yeah, but I get it though. But I mean, if they pick Foxy, I get it because, like I said, you know, Foxy. You know, like I said, because Foxy is it's an era classic, and it had like Foxy and Eve both had.
I get it, but niggas look. I'm sorry, Pat. Niggas is not being genuine a lot of times. A lot of niggas know goddamn well they're not going back to the Foxy album, listening to it like that. Just like niggas weren't being genuine with the Mace album too. Like, I know I could be out there with the opinions and I'll use my powers to magically compare them and bring shit together, but niggas gotta start keeping it real with some of these shits, man. Motherfuckers know goddamn well they listen to fucking Scenario 2000 and Philly like 1,000 more times than they listen to whatever non-single song on Foxy album. Am I lying?
I mean, you're not lying, bro. You're not. Because Rough Riders were kind of kings of the whole non-album songs, bro. The non-albums, like a single, like, you know, like they like every time they, you know, in that little period, they put out like fire for those. So it's like, you know, whereas with El Nana doesn't really happen all that much. You know, but I get it if you actually wanted to pick the Foxy, if you pick the Foxy over you, because I mean, like I said, I mean, different producers, different type of slickness, different types of, like, you know, I mean, they both have a vibe to them, so it's not a bad
and it flows. Like, no one's saying the Foxy album whack. Like, both albums are dope. They fire. Like, so I love both albums, but Like, come on, like, yeah, and you can say, but it goes down to a lot of niggas because they think because you're a better rapper, you make better music, and we know that's not always the case.
Right. I know Henny God just said Foxy first get played faster than Eve, and I can see that. And then Miss 702 is like, Henny, let me come for your neck. So like Trouble in Paradise.
I mean, because look, if you got a Foxy playlist or Eve playlist, I'm gonna probably go with the Foxy playlist. If we're talking about randomly, because I know you're gonna get like some classic Foxy songs from different eras, and then you're gonna get fire features too. Mm-hmm. Eve, you're probably gonna get like, I don't know, you're gonna get the same with Eve. You're gonna get bangers, so I don't know what's the fucking. I think a lot of niggas just hate Eve. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. Like, it just seems weird, man. Like, I don't get it.
Like I said, I mean, there is a difference in their sounds in the albums. Like, some people might just prefer sample heavy, the sample heavy R&B joints on Fox's album rather than the Swiss production on Eve shit. So, I mean, that's a reasonable, like, reason, bro. Like,
So okay, hold on. Eve and Trina was strippers. Yes. Like,
we knew that. Yeah, we definitely knew that. Eve back there.
But then y'all motherfuckers be celebrating Trina. So I don't like. Come on, like. I don't know. And I know Eve had the little sex tape with what's his nigga name? The Master Splinter.
PVJ.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is too, because I had a homegirl who worked at Def Jam. She says like there's definitely a longer video of that. She like, I mean, among other things, she told me. So
I have no interest in watching that. So no.
But I mean, Eve was thick as fuck back in those days, like, but
yeah. I ain't go like but nah, Foxy was like the best. Like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, it was good times too, and this was like, and I remember too when that got exposed with Stevie J stuff, because I mean, of course back then exposures like that weren't really a thing. That little snippet of their sex tape. Now, of course, if it was leaked today, everything would be leaked, or it'd be on OnlyFans.
Yeah, niggas have a whole production company behind the shit, all of that. Now it's like, I think Ray J and them was like the first people to really take them sex tapes serious. Everyone else was just on some like, we having fun type shit. Now niggas is like, hold on, dude, we need to have like Steven Spielberg or the Mexican equivalent or some shit. Like, we need to get this production. We need to have this nigga here. We need to like, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Just take the bitch and you smash him, nigga. Chill.
And then Miss 72's going sick though. Cardi trash because she trash, not because she stripped. And no
one's. This is the thing. We're not even championing like Cardi. I would never say she's top 50, top 100. None of that. Like, I was talking to my sister the other day, and I was like, you know what? I could see Bow Wow being top 100. He could even be ranked 100 because he's the most successful children's rapper, and he's still relevant. Like, that counts for something in hip hop. And I feel like when we talk about hip hop,
subjective with him. Like, I mean, people know who he is, but ain't no one bumping.
Yeah, but I'm saying the whole career wise, I could understand if so. Even though he says he's not top, I get it. He's definitely not no fucking top 50. If someone had him top, like, ranked 100, like literally 100, I would not be like, you know what? There's some random nigga that really could take his spot. Nah, like, so I get it. Like, you can have a dope song or a dope moment in hip hop, and I don't have to like you for it, but I could respect it. Mm-hmm. So, I ain't trying to just, because I know I already kind of rate niggas. I critique niggas hard in boxing and rapping because that's what I do as well. So it's not like it's coming from a stance where I don't know what the fuck these niggas. I know how to count bars. I've recorded in studios. Like, I know how to throw a fucking jab and move my head. So I could point that out when other niggas lack that shit. So
yeah,
when I see someone,
go ahead, LB.
No, I'm saying, like, when I see someone like Cardi B who don't necessarily have all the talent like that, don't have the best voice or best this, that, whatever, but could still make a listenable song, enjoyable music once or twice or how many, whatever the fuck, and still have a career and convince other niggas that you're goddamn raw as fuck. Mm-hmm. More power to you. I'm not gonna hate on you for that, you know, because there's a people that is a lot fucking worse and done way worse to hip hop than Cardi B. Me, honestly, I don't agree with her with everything she says or do, but there's fucking worse people in hip hop than Cardi B.
Surprisingly.
Yes, and that's how bad hip hop fell off.
Yeah,
I wish I would do a child rappers episode. Bow Wow, Lil Vicious, A+, Shahi. Damn, this nigga, yo.
Like Jamal.
Y'all motherfuckers, yo, you on to something, cuz.
Yeah. I mean, Lil Vicious, I mean, funny things too, Lil Vicious is a 2-hit wonder, but those are some of the 2 hits I play even to this day. Like, the child rappers, like pretty much, the 90s child rappers.
Another bad creation, Crisscross.
Crisscross, absolutely.
Crisscross was the shit. Oh, Jamal.
Yeah, Malik and Jamal, yeah.
Damn, it's seminal too. Like, you knowing all these niggas, like, jeez.
She's definitely from the era, bro. She's
for real.
Yeah.
Damn, like, yeah, that's wow.
Yeah, I mean that's what I think. I mean, who knows? That might actually be a comparison. Jamal, like his album personally is a classic for me from back then. Like, that shit was hard. Jamal was spinning fucking hell on that album. Damn, these hip hop shows, like, man, like, I don't know, like, I'm kind of looking forward to these more than the boxing shows now, really. I don't know, like, if y'all come up with a third topic, it's over, like. Yeah, I mean, well, we do have a hip hop topic for next week too, so like, make sure you.
Oh yeah, we.
Yeah.
Unit. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, like, tune in next week. We another throwback, but we switch them up. I mean, we switch it up. We try to give everybody their flowers, their props, and we'll be respectful and disrespectful at the same time, because that's life.
That's how Ring Gang does it, really. Like,
really. Like, we'll give you props, but if you fuck up, we'll let you know.
For real. This is definitely a great episode. Thank you all for who tune in and listening to us.
Celebrating Ladies Night.
Ladies Night, I mean, if you haven't listened to Foxy Brown Eve's debut, Room, yes, you can go ahead and listen to that. Get your mind right. You know what I mean? This was definitely a great show. Do we have any final thoughts, fellas? LB, final thought?
Just make sure y'all tune in. We try to do these shows every Monday. Like, that's boxing. Thursday is gonna be hip hop. And if we bust something out on a Sunday, that's gonna be on some maybe in between. That could be a random, but just kind of get used to us on those days. And we rock anytime. Know what I mean? Like. But we coming through on that Monday and that Thursday most of the time. So like we try to be accurate like a Floyd counterpunch, nigga.
Facts.
So make sure you check the TikTok. That Broner video got that shit. I think like 18,000 views.
That's what's up.
Yeah, like they missed that nigga. Like, I can't wait for him to like. I want to see Broner knock somebody out before he retired. Like. I can't. The Theo Payne can't be the last nigga we see him stop.
Yo, also facts.
Like, yo, please, brother, come back. Like, and just do what you got to do. Like, you know what I mean, so it just, we just vibing out here. I appreciate everybody coming through, chopping it up. Shout outs to Henny God Slick, Chris Brand, everybody who popped in the chat. Shout outs Miss 702 for coming through and representing and y'all always be dropping these opinions that just like y'all keep the episode going. You know what I mean? Like responding to y'all and y'all just you know what I mean, just loving this shit and we just bouncing ideas and just vibing. I love this shit. This is great for hip hop, great for Ring Gang. It just is beautiful. So we just gonna keep it going. Shout out to the colleague who fuck with us, Twitter, Facebook, IG, TikTok, YouTube. Make sure you follow us on all of that shit. Just get up to date on, boxing, hip hop, random shit. probably drop us some movie reviews. We ain't dropped no movie review in a minute, so me and
but
probably...
we got some movies we're gonna be watching. I mean, I know this weekend. Yeah. Well, after I handle some other issues, I'm gonna try to see Cocaine Bear and then Creed 3.
Oh no, that's this week. Cocaine Bear's this week.
Yeah, like the reviews are kind of crazy. Like, I mean, basically, LB, like the reviews are it's right up our alley, bro. In terms of the type of shit we like to watch, nigga. So it's like,
oh, okay, all right. So all right, let's see what's good with that, then, my nigga. Okay, so
that and then Creed 3 is next week. Of course, I'm going to see because boxing. We're boxing niggas, so we have to see Creed 3.
Got it. Yeah, that's like that's a job. That's mandatory type shit. Like, make sure y'all niggas see Creed 3.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so it's definitely and then they say what Ryan Garcia for the 15th time that fight supposed to be official. So hopefully that's right, and we got that to look forward to. But no matter what's happening in hip hop and boxing, like Ring Gang gonna just put our spin on it and give you some type of content that's gonna be fire. Exactly. That's the most consistent promise I could really make for y'all niggas, which is true. Like other niggas, they need Spence and Crawford to happen or not happen in order to say shit. They need to see Deontay Wilder knocked out to have an episode bitching and complaining. They need to have Charlo not active so they can have something to talk about, a narrative. They need a whole bunch of negative shit to be happening so they could come out and have content. No, whatever happens, we still got content. We still got something to say, and for the most part, our shit's more positive than a lot of motherfuckers out here. You know what I mean? Because we want to see the sport grow and get bigger, and we enjoy this shit. Like, we ain't gonna be jaded like a lot of old boxing media and on some hateful shit.
Right.
And we definitely got a Forgotten Phase article coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be fucking fire. I was actually looking for the link last night to rewatch. Shout out to Pilot who couldn't be with us. Shout out to my man Prolific Genius One. Got holla at you. Salute the UK RTDZ. My dude Clanarchy Sample Genius. My dude PJ the Fight Architect, and I think that's it, right? Yeah. So just big things popping, and we just keeping it going. Ring Gang forever, nigga.
Yes, sir. AOP, you got some final thoughts?
I mean, the same old Ring Gang forever, forever, ever, forever, ever,
Yeah.
ever, ever. You know what I'm saying?
You doing MOP version or the Outcast one?
I mean, I was doing the Outcast one. We could do the MOP one too.
I'm saying, like, you a New York nigga? You doing the South one? Oh, let me back up. Like, we'll take the props.
But shout out to everybody in the comments. Shout out to the whole squad. This was a fun episode. We always enjoy the hip hop one. This one actually was not. This one there was some decorum in this one. So but still dope because we weren't all screaming and yelling at each other for our opinions. But
we agreed for the damn the rarest of times.
I can't remember us agreeing this many times.
Right. I mean, the only minor disagreement is because I'm not a big fan of Drew Hill like that, but I mean that's a minor thing.
Yeah, that's a minor thing. I'm not gonna get on you.
I guess the two light skinned niggas that are like the R&B lovey-dovey ass niggas, I guess, or so. I don't know. Because I don't know how you could not really be like Drew Hill must have took your bitch or something, nigga.
This nigga right here.
Pat was too busy, with Boys to Men. He strikes me as a Boys to Men type of guy.
Well, Boys to Men was this shit, nigga. Stop. Like, nah, hold on.
No, I know. I'm just saying. He strikes me.
But he do like a Boys to Men ass nigga though. Like,
yeah.
He'll have the khaki pants and the collar shirt. The fucking folder. Yeah, Boys to Men ass nigga.
But other than that, you already know what it is. Ring Gang Radio forever. You know where you can find us at ringgangradio.com. Check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, Twitter, Facebook. You know where to find us at. We are all over the place. Ring Gang is here to stay. So that's all I got to say about that.
Yes, sir.
He said Silk and Jodeci better than them other guys. Okay, Henny guy.
So I guess we're gonna need an R&B version of all this shit.
Hey, I'm a Jodeci fan, so you ain't going. You ain't going.
I can't even hate on the Jodeci part, but Silk.
Listen, Jodeci had millions of kids now named Devontae. I credit Jodeci for that.
That's awesome.
For real, because like, there's certain niggas where you know they named somebody after them. Like, you were naming niggas Devontae for no reason. An R&B album. Oh, wow. Because I don't know. R&B is different, though. Like, like an album review of R&B, like, I don't know. Like, might have to have some females up in here, man. I don't know.
I judge R&B differently than I do hip hop, so it'll be a little different for me.
Damn, now I'm actually interested and I want to hear this. See, this is the thing with the hip hop episodes. Like, they should just keep progressively getting better during the episode, so it's just hard to fucking end them, because we'll be like we'll be clearing no path to leave, and then somebody say, hold on, I forgot this, and they'll start playing a record or they'll mention something, and then all of us will turn around and be like, oh god damn, hey nigga, that was the bop. Hey yo, for real, hold on, remember that time? And then that's what King P is doing, because now I want to know why and how do you grade them differently. See, and why you do this, nigga? Like, now I'm curious, like, fuck, like, now, and Henny God is no help, because he really got me considering an R&B episode. Like, y'all niggas ain't shit, man. In a good way, respectfully.
Oh, shit.
Y'all Lebanon. Goddamn.
Levante, my
name. Levante, I'm saying that. Levante, okay. I said Lebanon. Levante. Yeah, Moses. My middle name got the auntie. God damn. Whole family was created to Jodeci, nigga. Jeez.
Oh shit. No.
All right, I'm sorry, man. We can close this out, man. My bad. I'm sorry, King P finished, man. God damn, man.
That's all good. I finished.
You kill this shit, nigga.
Well, I think, and is this nigga Rome passed out from what he was doing before? Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I guess I'll close it out. But yeah, no, this was a great show. I always love the music episodes because it takes me down, down memory lane and shit like that. So, it was good too. And then, like I said, just other than a minor disagreement on Drew Hill, this shit, we still got our jokes off though, because there's no Ring Gang podcast without us, cracking jokes what we usually do and dropping some knowledge and whatnot. So yeah, this was a great episode, and yeah, tune in. If it's not the boxing, it's this, and if it's not this, it's movies and TVs. Yeah, we and if not, we got some real nigga topics. That we go touch upon. Because
you said speaking of TV, nigga. Hold on, make sure y'all watch the fucking Miss Pat show on BET1 on BET Plus.
Salute. That's a shameless plug.
Make sure y'all watch that. Make sure y'all got my sister is in one of the first 3 episodes, and her episode is the comedy legend DC Curry. So
yes, sir.
So that's gonna be dope. You know what I mean? Like, that's a fire episode that you bring in comic view legends and shit. Like, you debuting with them type niggas. So y'all definitely watch that shit. Like, it's gonna be fun. It just dropped the 23rd, the whole season, I believe. So we lit. Like, damn. So yeah, I'm sorry, Pat, but you said TV shows, so I had to just say that again.
No, I hear you. You gotta plug it because that's some super. You gotta plug it. So I dig it. I understand that. That's cool. I know between that and the Bello season, I think dropped too. So now I have. Damn, my queue's already.
Snowfall. I was telling her. I was like, nigga. I was like, yo, Snowfall dropped. And I was like, niggas ain't telling me. Pilot, why the fuck you ain't saying nothing about Snowfall? What's good, nigga?
Well, Pilot watches Snowfall like that. I thought he would be the one to tell you that, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Pilot been. I was gonna say Pilot been sleeping, but like, duh. Like,
oxymoron.
I know, right? I think King Peter be like, yo, that's a double entendre on some Jay-Z shit. Like, but fucking Snowfall, Fresh Prince is back. No, Bel Air is back. Snowfall, fucking Miss Pat show. Like, god damn, BMF, what BMF tomorrow, nigga? Like,
or probably
like niggas get good this weekend.
Probably the new episode's probably out tonight if you know where to look, nigga. Like,
tis true. Tis fucking true.
Yeah.
So yeah, nigga, we eating good this weekend, my nigga. Oh, this nigga said Wu-Tang show back. All right. God damn, man, y'all gonna hate me for not seeing one episode of that show yet. Please, like, sorry.
He LB has a long way to go to catch up on the Wu seasons. Never mind what's going on in season 3, you know. So, but some of these shows will get our reviews for sure. You know, once we get all of them, obviously, are airing and shit like sharing it like that. So, but yeah, let me close it out here before we get into another rant. Yeah, so for
salute. I'm covering my mouth. We good. I'm on mute.
Yeah, so for myself, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, for LB Shuttleworth, the God, the GOAT artist, for King P, Bodega P, and for Rome Top 5, who is currently probably in a weeded out Taco Bell coma. You know, this is another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So, until next time, peace.
Chalupa Supreme, whoop that nigga ass.
Right? And I'll whoop his ass in the bathroom.